Students, this is Associate Professor Jaideep Manocha, Department of Information Technology, Arya College of Engineering and Information Technology, Jaipur. Video is for final year Information Technology branch. Subject is software testing and validation. In this lecture, we will study about software test automation. The topic belongs to unit number 5. So let us start about that topic by defining the topic properly. So as we have done many types of testing, we have also done test planning, management, test reporting, and in our last study we got a point that test case is a very important thing, and basically test cases are divided in two categories. The first is manual test cases and the second one is automated test cases. Manual test cases are basically tested by the test engineer manually, and automated test cases are basically tested by software. So developing software to test the software, or we can say that developing software to test the automated test cases, those are part of the software product, is known as test automation. It is very much beneficial. You can see some benefits here at this slide and at the next slide, so we will discuss them. Basically, automation saves times as software can execute test cases faster than humans. So this is a very simple factor you can understand. Next is that test automation will give some extra time to the engineers. So they will use this time in their creativity and productivity, because test automation can free the test engineers from various works, mundane tasks, and make them focus on some creative work. So this is again one benefit. It is more reliable, because if a human is going to check, then human errors will also be there. But if automated process is there, software testing is automated, the test cases are checked by the software, then errors will be less. So again, it is reliable. We can take better utilization of the global resources by using software test automations. You can see that basically we have some test cases, those are automated. So it is very much clear that it is compulsory for certain tests, those are automated. Basically, it is protecting the organization also in terms of attrition of test engineers. So what does it mean? Automation can also be used as a knowledge transfer tool to train your test engineers on the product. So it has a basically depository or repository of different tests for the product. So as we know that with manual testing, any specialized knowledge or undocumented ways of running tests gets lost with the test engineers leaving. That means if the test engineers is leaving the organization, then whatever he has done, she has done will be finished. But in case of automated process, everything will be recorded. So again, the attrition of test engineers, it can work as a protection to the organization. It is very much necessary, because certain types of tests cannot be executed without the automation. Basically, automation means end to end, not test execution alone. Okay, so these are the benefits. So now we will discuss about what terms are used in automation, or we can say what is the basic framework for automation. You can see the diagram of framework here. You can see some proper components or terms: user defined scenarios, internal scenarios, framework, test cases, test suite, how to execute the tests, what a test can do. So these are the basic terms, those are used in the automation framework. So when we talk about these terms, so the simplest term that comes in our path, that is test case. So basically, a test case is a set of sequential steps to execute a test, operating on a set of predefined inputs or data to produce some expected results or output. So these are two types, as you know, automated and manual. Next terms are, you can see here, one more term is there, that is test suite. What is test suite? As you know, that scenario is what? You have learned about test scenario in the last lecture. So basically, when you have some test cases and when you have association of these test cases with a set of scenarios, it is known as a test suite. A test suite is basically nothing. It is a set of test cases that are automated as scenarios that are associated with the test cases. You can see in this picture here. So these are the important terms that we are going to use in our chapter. Now let us see that what are the skills required. Basically, skills are related to generations. What skills are required for software test automation? Students, basically skills are fully dependent on the generations. What are the generations? Let us discuss. You can see three generations here: first, second, and third. First one is related to record and playback. Second is data driven, and third one is action driven. So let us discuss about these. There are different generations of automation. The skills required for automation are basically dependent on that what generation of automation the company is in. That means in what generation the company is in, or it desires to be in the near future. So basically we divide these skills or generations in three parts. First generation, record and playback. Basically, record and playback avoids the repetitive nature of executing tests. Almost all the tools available in the market have to record and playback the features. That means whatever tools you have in your company that you are going to use for tests, what you will do, you will record, and whenever required you can playback it later on. So this is the basic fundamental of first generation. And in the second generation, we use data driven. That means you will be having some set of inputs, and this method helps in developing test scripts that generates the set of input conditions as corresponding expected output. Okay, so what this data driven approach can do, it can enable you, or it can enable the test to be repeated for different kind of inputs and output conditions. But this approach is very much time taking and a lot of efforts are required. So whenever we are going to talk about third generation, that is action driven. So this technique enables a person to create automated tests. There are no input, no expected output conditions. So whatever you are doing, that means you are doing any task, it is known as an action. So action that appear on the application are automatically tested based on any general purpose set of controls defined by the automation or defined for the automation. So these set of actions are represented as objects. You can see these objects can be reused also. That means you have done something as an object, you have worked on an object, now you can keep that object and work related to that object into your record and you can use it in future. Okay, so the input and output conditions are basically automatically generated here and used by the engineers. And in case of scenarios for test execution, you can dynamically change using the test framework that is available in this approach of automation. Okay, so in the third generation, basically we talk about two things: test case automation and framework design. Test case automation and framework design. You can see all of the generations are summarized here in this table. In different columns you can see first generation, second generation and third generation. Okay, so you can study this. Now we will talk about that what the software test automation is going to touch. At what level basically it can be considered. That means what is the scope of automation and what we have to automate. So basically you go for first that you have to identify the types of testing that is applied or that is applicable to automation. This is the scope. Now you have to do one more thing, that automating the areas. Okay, whatever areas you have identified and you are going to automate, you cannot change. That means it is less prone to change. Okay, and whatever is automated, that must be according to standards that you can see in the third point. Clear? Now one more thing is there that is very much important, that when you are going for automation, then you have to touch the management first. Okay, you have to see the availability of technical things in your organization, and if you want some more or less, then you have to talk with the senior management, and as well as you have to take opinion and commitment of the senior management. So this is the technical and management aspects of your software test automation. After all these things, what you will do, you will finalize that it is to be automated and it is to not to be automated as fully based on the concept that we have discussed here. So when we talk about that now, what components will be there for test automation, you can see in our next lecture we will be discussing about the components of test automation. That means we are going to discuss the design and architecture of automation. So in next lecture we will also discuss about all the components. There are a lot of components like external modules and tools and scenarios and configuration file modules. So basically in this lecture we have only studied about the definition of software test automation, what are the skills required and what is the scope of automation. So now we will be delivering rest of the things in the next lecture. Till then, thank you.